So this will be a small series of topics covering the basic crop physiological processes. Sobrang familiar na sa inyo katulad ng photosynthesis, respiration, transpiration, and translocation. So let us start this by having a quick pre-test. So which of the following is a product of photosynthesis? So A, carbohydrates, B, carbon dioxide, C, water, or letter D, light. So I hope that as early as now, meron na kayong mga naiisip na sagot. And later, before we end this session, ayan, meron tayong magiging answer dito. So first, let us define what is photosynthesis. So how would you describe photosynthesis and what are the applications on knowing the process of photosynthesis? So photosynthesis is the process by which green plants and some other organisms use sunlight to synthesize foods with the help of chlorophyll. So the key term there is use sunlight to synthesize food. Another definition of photosynthesis is the conversion of light energy into chemical energy by living organisms, which is used to build organic molecules such as glucose from carbon dioxide and water. So I hope that by this point, nakita nyo na yung sagot dun sa question kanina. 3. Photosynthesis is a metabolic process that occurs in the chloroplast, so in yung location niya, of green plants and algae, where carbon dioxide is converted into organic compounds using light energy. Another one is that photosynthesis is a complex series of chemical reactions that take place in the thylakoid membranes of chloroplast, involving the absorption of light energy by pigments and the synthesis of ATP and NADPH. So these goes more like deeper na definition at saka yung mga terms nandiyan na rin. And photosynthesis is the process of producing oxygen and organic compounds from carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, providing the basis for life on Earth. So here, makikita na natin yung like formula ng photosynthesis, right? So the formula is that carbon dioxide plus water yields carbohydrates and oxygen. So kanina, kung napapansin nyo, may mga questions, may mga part ng definition na nakalagay doon: food, organic compounds, and chemical energy, glucose. Ayan. So, organic molecules. So, those are some of the terms to describe carbohydrates. So, doon sa question kanina, I hope na answer natin ay carbohydrate. So, carbon dioxide plus water yields carbohydrates and oxygen. So, the process of photosynthesis, una is light absorption. So, chlorophyll and other pigments in plant cells absorb light energy primarily in the blue and red wavelengths from sunlight. So, ito yung karaniwan na bakit daw kulay green yung mga dahon natin? It's because yung primary colors ng ay red, blue, and green ng light. So yung blue tas yung red na absorb siya, then na-reflect yung green. So ayun, kumbaga in layman's term, ito yung nagpa-power up doon sa ating process, itong light na to. Ayan. So water splitting, this absorbed energy, so yung inabsorb from the light ay ginagamit ngayon para mag-split ng water molecules into oxygen and protons. Ayun. So yung H2O, again kanina sa ating formula, yung water ay nandito sa reactant side. So yung energy na yun gagamitin para mag-split ng water molecules into oxygen and protons and electrons. Then carbon fixation, carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, again carbon dioxide ay nasa reactant na side, enters the plant through tiny pores called stomata and combines with the protons and electrons to produce glucose, which is yung C6H12O6. Ayan. So ayun yung parang base na or simple na carbohydrate. Ayun. So from this, makikita natin na okay, itong water na to, kaya tayo nagdidilig ng halaman para merong isi-split for photosynthesis, 'di ba? Mag-split ng water molecules yung energy na na-absorb from the sunlight. Then kaya kailangan ng carbon dioxide, which is always present naman sa ating atmosphere. So yung carbon dioxide pupunta sa stomata, yung stomata ito yung opening dun sa ating mga dahon. Tas ayun, magko-combine siya dito sa protons and electrons na ito, 'di ba yung H2O hinati, yung oxygen naging product siya, then yung protons and electrons, yung H+, yung tsaka yung E, sila naman ay hahalo dun sa carbon dioxide, hahalo yung ano na term yun like layman's term. So they will combine with the protons and electrons to produce naman yung glucose natin. So what are the application of photosynthesis in crop production and management? So una, plant spacing, maximize the land area devoted for farming, yet ensure that mutual shading is minimized to ensure a higher field photosynthetic activity. So this is the reason why we are computing for yung quincunx, triangular layout, tapos yung square layout. Nung board exam namin noong 2023, merong mga ganong questions. So yung plant spacing, ito yung reason para ma-maximize natin yung photosynthesis na hindi magkakaroon ng overcrowded na plants which can thereby minimize or ano ba? Tama, minimize yung ating harvest. Ganon. So, next is seasonal variation in yield. So, higher yields are realized in dry season where less cloud cover is prevalent. Ayun. So, kailangan alam natin yung knowledge and photosynthesis para at least alam natin na okay, kapag dry season, possible na mas maganda magtanim ng mga ganitong klaseng plant. So third is the nursery practices. So young seedlings and plantlets which could not tolerate full sunlight are intentionally grown in shade until they are fully acclimatized to the environment. So this is the reason kung bakit meron tayong mga greenhouses. So para ang nagiging track kasi ng mga halaman natin ay itatanim sa mga trays, tas hanggang lumaki sila, nasa greenhouse muna. Then after that, tsaka ililipat sa pot siguro until i-expose na sila sa talagang environment kung saan sila mag-grow. So, kailangan din ng acclimatization. So next is multi-story intercropping. So plant short shade-loving crops under tall sun-loving crops. Yield would not be compromised. This is a principle that we have in agroforestry. Ayun, so in the agroforestry multi-cropping system, may yung mga tinatanim nila sa pinakababa ay mga shade-loving crops such as like ginger, yung ating mga ferns, yung colocasia, yung gabi, ganyan. So, nandun sila sa baba because they can tolerate shade. Tapos ang next siguro ay cacao, tapos coffee, then yung mga matatangkad na, sila na yung nasa taas. So, more of that when we go to like sustainable agriculture and forestry, ayan, agroforestry practices. So next is urban agriculture. So dito na papasok, bakit ba yung mga ginagamit natin grow lights in urban farming ay kulay red and kulay blue? If you will look back kanina dun sa ating first slides, nakalagay doon ang ina-absorb ay blue and red light. So through urban agriculture, and since we already know that these lights are the ones being absorbed by our plants in the process of photosynthesis, so the controlled environment agriculture na ginagawa natin katulad ng hydroponics, vertical farming, ang ginagamit na nila ay yung mga yan kasi ayan na yung mismo ina-absorb ng plants natin. Ayun. So para alam din natin kung ano yung mga kailangan ay ano yung klaseng setup na kailangan ng ating mga halaman. Ganun. Okay. So moving forward, these are the factors affecting photosynthesis. So una, light intensity. So the higher light intensity generally increases the rate of photosynthesis, but it is up to a certain saturation point where further increases have minimal effect. Ayun. So the higher the light intensity, generally there will be an increase in the rate of photosynthesis. The next one is temperature. So photosynthesis rates are optimal within a specific temperature range, such as like 15 to 35 degrees Celsius for most plants, and extreme temperatures can inhibit enzymes involved in the process. So dito na papasok yung bakit ang may mga certain tayong plants na hindi nag-grow sa cold temperature and at the same time hindi nag-grow sa arid na temperature. Kapag sinabing arid, ano lang yun, parang desert type na siya, like sobrang taas ng temperature. So it is very important. This is one of the major considerations when choosing for a plant na itatanim mo sa iyong lugar. Increasing atmospheric CO2 concentrations can potentially enhance photosynthesis rates, although other factors like temperature and nutrient availability also play crucial roles. If we will look back kanina, ang carbon dioxide natin ay nasa reactant na side. So the more you increase the amount of carbon dioxide, there's a possibility that yung process ay magpapatuloy na magpapatuloy. So these are general trends. Next is water availability. So adequate water is necessary for the splitting of water molecules during photosynthesis, katulad ng discuss natin kanina. So drought conditions can severely limit this process. So this is the reason kung bakit either kapag kunwari sobrang waterlogged ng condition, kapag sobrang daming water, minsan makapansin natin na yung halaman natin nag-yellow na, ganyan. Yung isa naman, kapag wala masyadong water, nagiging yellow na rin, nag-wilt na sila. Ayun. So, adequate water is necessary. So, photosynthesis in agriculture, so this is considered in a larger scope. It is an energy source. Photosynthesis provides the energy needed for plants to grow, develop, and reproduce. This energy is stored in sugars and other carbohydrates that serve as food for the plant. So, nakalagay kanina sa, if you will look back sa photosynthesis formula, nandoon ay carbohydrates yung kanyang pinoproduce. So photosynthesis is relevant when it comes to the production of fruits, vegetables, yung mga crops natin. Kaya rin yung mga fruits natin karaniwan matamis sila. It's because they are made from carbohydrates. Next is oxygen production. It releases oxygen into the atmosphere, which is essential for aerobic respiration in plants and animals. So higher rates of photosynthesis can generally correlate with increased crop yields, as more efficient conversion of light energy into chemical energy means more resources for plant growth and development. Ayan. So malaki ang impact din ng knowing photosynthesis, respiration, yung mga yan, on other fields in crop science. Ayan. So, next, environmental impact. Plants absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere during photosynthesis, helping to mitigate the greenhouse effect in global warming. Ayun. So, ito na tayo sa answer doon sa question kanina sa pretest natin. Which of the following is a product of photosynthesis? The answer is A, carbohydrates. So, ito ulit yung formula natin. Carbon dioxide plus water yields carbohydrates and oxygen through the help of light energy and also the presence of chlorophyll. That's it for this video. For the next video, we will talk about respiration. Thank you for listening.